Alright, good day and welcome to Bowman Web Services. My name's Tom Bowman. I wanted to take a second and share with you what a strategist does. And so, besides, designing content or coming up with ideas, keyword strategy, all that, that's all easy stuff, really. I've learned to kind of do more of a competitor analysis of Google and kind of figure out how to take existing content and move it up the search results, alright? And that's all done via link building and by actually, pulling link reports and stuff on all your competitors in the given niche that you're trying to tackle. And so let's just have a quick conversation about just that, right? So I primarily like to use Google Search Console, all right? If you're going to work with me, you're going to have this, and hopefully it's already set up because this tells you everything you want to know about a website. And so this is just a website I built for travel and tourism. The site targets everything from the cenotes to the Mayan ruins to different fun things to do all across Mexico, really, and in Daytona Beach. Just because I was bored during coronavirus and I decided to build a whole thing for Daytona Beach. Anyway, so you can discover fun things to do. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of videos linked to that stuff, and there's quite a few extensive pages related to that. So if you were to come here, you'll see that there's pages, on everything you could think of. And if I think up some more stuff, there'll be more pages, right? But I have pages and pages and pages and pages and pages. And so each page, when you are registered with Google Search Console or Google Analytics, it's going to give you some kind of data. And so I get data on every page that is floating out on the web because each page will rank independent of itself. Generally, the whole website has a general rank, right? Like a general amount of traffic that it gets every month, a general amount of organic keyword phrases that it, generally ranks for, right? It has a domain strength, which varies by page, and overall backlinks, right? And so if I were to look up the scale of something like Tasty Cake, who doesn't like Tasty Cake, huh? God, I miss them. I'm from Pennsylvania, yo. And, here you go. Tasty Cake has all these different things going on, a nice, much higher domain score, right? A lot more traffic. I could do this with any website, and then I could go in and I could tell you, every keyword phrase that they're actually ranking for, right? And the top pages on their website. So if Tasty Cake had any competitors that I was aware of, you could go and you could look up just crimpets, right? Butterscotch crimpets, and you could figure out how many links built to that page. You could build more links to that page. You could go and look at this phrase, right? Butterscotch crimpets, but it also has the hyphen Tasty Cake, so somebody's already putting that in there. But if I were to look at all the pages, I'm sorry, that's pages, that's not keyword phrases. So if I go here and I look at the keywords that it ranks for, and I were to take any one of those keyword phrases and type that into Google, right, I would then see every competitor that shows up against Tasty Cake, right? So I could go in and type in butterscotch crimpets, and the same thing. I could do this for, cenotes. You could do it for hotel stays. It could be done for timeshare vacation promotions, right? If any of you are checking out what I'm up to, right? And so, really, you could type in butterscotch crimpets, right? And it'll tell you. Boom. Of course, Tasty Cake's king. But let's just say Tasty Cake had some other competitors, right? You would see that, obviously they're all selling Tasty Cake. But there are probably some other competitors in here. And honestly, if Tasty Cake was like number 9 or something like that, I could go and pull these other websites, right? And I would do the same exact thing. I would see what makes them strong or weak under any given phrase, under any given page that is ranking on Google, right? And we could literally figure out exactly how many links they have to a given thing, right? And so, yeah, it's just really devious what an SEO strategist can really figure out. And so, it tells me, how many links. So let's say this was the competitor, right? I would then go and pull their whole thing up, and I was working for Tasty Cake. I would pull the links on that butterscotch page, and I would figure out every person that linked to, said page, which is ultimately helping it rank, right? And I would also look at that page to make sure that it really talks about butterscotch crimpets and has pictures of butterscotch crimpets, right? And maybe it's linked to a Pinterest board of how we make butterscotch crimpets. That there's obviously content, a restructuring or whatever that could be done, which would include all those previously clicked. We go down through these 1,600. I'm sorry, That's estimated visits to that page. These are the actual keyword phrases. I would look at all these keyword phrases, and it looks like there's only maybe what, 10, 15. I'd make sure they're all on that page because they're all related to crumpets, right? So we make sure that the content is right, but at the same time, we go to the competitors and I figure out every link that they have that we don't have, right? And we go and get the same links, but I would do that for every one of the 9 other competitors. So collectively, 9 times whatever, I could pick and choose out of here, and then ultimately that would make said website for Tasty Cake much stronger under that one page, right? And so do that enough times, different things, and not in a spammy, way, but in a legitimate, go out and reach out. You could actually reach out to some of these people. Some of these links might be in the content rather than in, and a lot of them, a lot of times, aren't in the content. They're in the comments, and they're still getting some kind of value. And if that value is keeping you from being higher up in the search results than them, having the same exact, put a comment, just add a comment. Hi, love your article. Fantastic. Have a great day. Add a link, right? And sometimes it's that simple. You'd be amazed. Sometimes sometimes it's a spammy link, like on TripAdvisor or something, that is boosting this one page to the top. In fact, in the Cancun wedding market, I did a whole series on that. Really, if this is interesting at all, come here. There's a whole thing on the Cancun wedding market, and I completely I moved a resort up in the search results and quadrupled their traffic. Unfortunately, they didn't know I was doing that, and they went and re-changed the entire page and then dropped out of the search results completely down to page like 35. Very sad. Anyway, an SEO strategist is supposed to help most of the time. In some cases, Anyway, so what else to say about all this? It really comes down to just, you'd be amazed how easy it is to double or triple or quadruple the traffic on any given thing. It's like all these projects I'm going on right now. It's because I'm primarily just marketing vacation promotions. But ultimately, I'm hoping a company will pick me up someday and have me do some of this stuff in the background for them, because I consider it extremely, extremely, extremely valuable. Anyway, take a minute, flip through some of this stuff. If you're interested, hit me up. I offer a free evaluation. I will throw your thing into both SpyFu. SpyFu's fantastic. We didn't even talk about SpyFu. SpyFu lets me track and do all kinds of stuff, and against competitors, it allows you to do combat, which is really, you just kind of you take your top competitors and it kind of will track everything that they're doing. It'll track their AdWords. In fact, if you got a competitor that is beating you in AdWords, why not just start an AdWords campaign? I'll tell you every keyword phrase that they're using right now on Google to buy traffic and what they're targeting, and you probably see that they're targeting you directly. And so I just quickly, we can copy and do the same thing right back, so that you are right back in the ball game against that competitor. And so you'd be amazed. Like, SEO and SEO strategy is two completely different things, but the strategy side of it is extremely devious and can really double, triple, quadruple somebody's bottom line in just a few months. Now, when I say I went and tripled and quadrupled the traffic here for this resort in a major niche, Cancun weddings, I did it in less than 90 days, right? In fact, in 90 days, they'd gotten so much traffic, they started to remodel that page. And I tried to reach out to them. I even had them correcting broken links. Just, geez, you guys really gotta, put a little thought into things where you run off and remodel stuff. Anyway, let me end that video here, because I'm gonna rattle on and rattle on and rattle on. But if you're looking for somebody that does SEO strategy, I am somebody that's available, and I would love to chat with you. And honestly, at the lower levels of things, like, a handyman or a plumber, electrician, carpenter, it's real easy to be. Honestly, I'm talking about beating out resorts here, right? If I had to beat out the average local general contractor, it wouldn't take but a very short period of time to quadruple or triple somebody's traffic, and then ultimately gives you that many more shots at what you're gonna bring in monthly, right? All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Bowman Web Services. If I could help you with anything, hit me up with a note. Love to chat. If you're interested in vacation promotions, I got a whole thing going on. Just hop on over here to iwannatravel2.com or allinclusivevacationandtravel.com, and and I'll drop you a quick little form with all the best and most valuable vacation promotions, in this hemisphere. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by. BowmanWebServices.com.